What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Yes! Thank y'all for being here on this Tuesday. I told you I'm going to come early. Sky, I was looking for you yesterday. I heard you came in at the end. I told everybody to come back and get you. You ain't show up, but Sky Zone is in the building today. Shout out to everybody that's here. I'm actually putting some stuff together real quick, and you got about 2 minutes. So if you want to go and get you something to eat or something like that, you have about 2 minutes. I will be playing Robert's music every time I go live. I did do a mix. I did play a mix. And a lot of people said that they liked that mix, so I will be replaying that mix once again, probably later on today. I will be playing that mix later on today, around the 8 o'clock hour, 8 p.m. I will be playing that mix again because people were saying that they really got uplifted by that mix. So I'm going to play that again at 8 p.m. Hold on, let me type this real quick. Let's see. Because we're going to talk about this today. Because DanaJay got time today. I'm spelling wrong words. Okay, so let's do this. All right. Okay, real quick. Got to go over this real quick. Hey, we on the main page. So therefore, at the bottom of the page, if you want to support the channel, is the super chat. That's the gray box with the $sign in it. Also, if you look at the top of the chat box, and you will see a link for the DanaJay tip jar. That's just if you want to tip me, if you want to feel like I deserve lunch or you want to support me, then hey, you go ahead and hit the tip jar. Also, the Cash App is for the page as well. So therefore, the Cash App is $ official DanaJay. So you have 2 forms of payment for the channel and 1 just for me. That's all. Today's topic is the R. Kelly case update. A motion came out last night, and I was eavesdropping on the enemy's page, and they were clowning, they were joking. So now it's my time to clown, my time to joke. Because when you come after Kales, I'm going to come after you. So let's get into it, y'all. Let's go.
Sometimes things get lonely too. Sometimes things get lonely too. so hectic. My love life, I neglected. Had a fast car, but I wrecked it. Plenty chances to fall in love, man. So many weekends I went to clubs, man. In the fast lane, my life's a picture flick. Let my drink decide who's the next chick. I ain't gon' lie, the play matter to me. She said she love me, but it's just chit-chatter to me. But deep inside, I was always missing something. But I'm a thug, so I'm always on something. So many girls always drinking and having fun. Life's a beauty shop, and I keep my head down. Seeing that the money never go round, and it make a thug wanna say it oh God. Sometimes, girls get lonely too. I do too. Sometimes, girls get lonely too. I do too. And you know I do. I'm gonna settle down with you, baby, you and me. A life that's brand new. Quit running these streets. Take away your pain. Chase away the rain. Love my lover. I might even change my name. Sometimes, girls get lonely too. I do too. Sometimes, girls get lonely too. I do too. And you know I do. VIP, R.O.B. Always in the spotlight, living the good life. All of that something still just ain't right. Videos and all of these interviews. All I really want is to be next to you. I spend more time with my car now. That other Hollywood sign, I'm a star now. The life is more than the clouds and the wars. It gets lonely when I can't ignore. Always in the streets going hardcore. I spend a couple of G's when I'm bored. Sometimes, girls get lonely too. I do too. I do. Sometimes, girls get lonely too. I do too. And you know I do. Nights mixed with lonely. Nights mixed with first class. Nights mixed.
When and where I be, the cousin ruckus in the industry, making this so she can't sleep.
What up, everybody? What's going on? Up early. How many of y'all up early today? Because I was late going to bed. I'm still ain't finished doing everything I need to do in my Madden. But hey, how many fellas up there, or should I say, how many fellas really got that Madden treatment? How many fellas or ladies got that Madden treatment? Okay. I told you I got time today, right? So when I was on a little vacation visiting my mom and everybody, first I want to say, what's up? I seen some old cold folks in here. What's up? Indigo, what's going on? I got to shout out the real old cold folks who ain't about that drama who's cool, who's down to earth, that come over and visit. Fantasia was good. Sky Zone, Chris Starry, my Grandma Jenna. Who else? Man, I gotta shout out everybody, man. Look. Miss Hot Pink, Willie, man, look, everybody. But shout out to the Oko folks who ain't with that messy stuff, who don't get into the bull crap. Look, I'm tired, but I'm ready to go. So last night, I was listening, and because you know me, I got sent the link, and my brother Atmos was cutting up last night. Cutting up. Talking about Kale did. You know, Kale did. But, and what's going on, April? Shout out to everybody over there on Facebook. But what got me is when I heard Atmos say that he was listening to somebody on the R. Kelly side that was boasting about predatory actions. That kind of stuck with me for a minute, because I was like, what? And then he was saying that people was jumping up down. Nobody fool. Hey, then he was saying that people jumping up down talking about at 12-year-old you can have sex and this and this. I'm like, what? Which prompted me to say, enough is enough. Dana, your hiatus is over. Get back. Hey, Lisa, get back into the paperwork. And I'm saying to myself, only thing I wanted to do is finish playing Madden. Finish setting up my Madden. But when I heard that, it kind of got me. And then he made a statement that wasn't true, saying that the people over here zapping out and this and it, and we having a meltdown. Well, I'm going to say this. Nobody from the Dream Team or the Enterprise is having a meltdown. Now, we don't associate with those other conclestines. That's what I'm going to call them. We don't associate with the conclestines. Whatever they do is what they do. Whichever way they feel is what they feel. But we don't do that. Second thing, we don't believe in guess stealing. Nobody's fool. Hey, we don't believe in guest stealing. So, if you got a guest on your show and your guest is there doing his thing or her thing, we don't believe in trying to steal a guest to come over to our platform. No, go find your own guest. I applaud Diva, because Diva brought somebody who don't have a dog in a fight. And I will say to Diva, keep your guests grounded, because other people is trying to steal your guests because they don't like you. And it's some of the same people that smile in your face. I'm going to put it out there. Time out for all the phoniness. That's what I'm going to say. But whenever I bring a guest, my guest is going to be thoroughly into what we talking about. I will never bring nobody on my page and then spring a question without talking to them behind the scenes first. Because then the way that reaction is going to be ugly. I will never say, oh, we just going to talk about some things and this and this and this and this. And then I'd be like, so what you think about the R. Kelly case? So then when they cuss you out, then you can't get mad. You can't get mad about that. You can't get mad when they want to cuss you out for that. Can't. Because you set them up for the okie doke. And when you setting people up for the okie doke, you're going to get that part. Just the okie and the doke. So, Janelle, what's going on? J-Rock, what's going on, bro? And my little brother J-Rock, I didn't see him when I was in Baltimore, but hey, he on Facebook. They doing their thing. Shout out to everybody over there on We Got Up. Shout out to everybody on Getter. I'm running out of devices. I need a device for another platform, but I'm running out of devices. All right, look, let's get into it, man. So, a motion came out last night. And just to let y'all know, because I heard somebody say, oh, he don't have his own pacer. He don't do this, he don't do that. Well, boo-boo, you must be a fool. Because I've been having my pacer for over a year. So, here's what I'm going to break down to y'all. We're going to start at 156. That's a motion that's there. We already know about that. 157 motion. We know about all of these motions, right? So 8-9-21, 162 motion. Reply to response to motion. Revisit 133. Reason 133 motion and eliminate to admit uncharged acts. That's by the government because you see Geddes and Elizabeth. So we already read that. We already know about that. Okay, minute entry for proceedings. Held before Judge Ann M. Donnelly. Jury selection as to Robinson to Kelly. Persons by AUSA Elizabeth Geddes. Okay. AUSA and Maria Cruz Melendez. AUSA Nadia Shahada. Devereaux Kennick. Thomas Fernella. Calvin Scholar. Nicole Blankbecker. And Robert Kelly in present custody. Alright. So we're going to skip all that. Right. What I want to get to today is this right here. 816. I want to get to 169. And I want to do 168. Now, pay attention to 813. Scheduling order. The court has received the government's 168 opposition to the defendant's 159 motion to dismiss. The defendant must file a reply, if any, by August 16th, 2021, signed by Judge Ann M. Donnelly. So, we're going to read 168, right? And then we're going to read 169. So, what I'm going to do is, to be fair, if you want to go get some water, if you want to go get some snacks or something to eat, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Go get it, put it in the oven, put it in the microwave, go get your snacks, because one page is 9 pages long, one page is 8 pages long, and we're going to break it down and get to the bottom of it all. But what I've been saying to Greenberg for 2 years, I've mentioned it one time to the lawyers now, and immediately they said, that boy, he know what he talking about. So, what's up, Ronald? This will piss Atmos and everybody off yesterday or last night, and I'm gonna break down why they should be mad, because why they think they winning. I've always said the illusion of winning is scary, because when you think you winning, you just might be losing. I'm gonna say it again. The illusion of winning is scary, because just when you think you're winning, you just might be losing. Now, in the beginning, I said Robert ain't going to federal jail because ain't no feds investigating him. Grown little boy said, oh, I thought he wasn't going to jail. And everybody else running with it. He said he wasn't going to jail, but he went to jail and this and this and this. At the time, I didn't know he was being investigated by the feds, but he shouldn't have been. Why? He ain't doing nothing. So, of course, I'm going to stand by the fact. Well, At that time, we thought we were winning. But the illusion of winning was scary. Because when they came and got him, everybody went into panic. And Team Truth at the time, they were laughing. Oh, I told you this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And we were doing our thing. But when the roles reversed and Larry had to turn himself in, everybody, oh my God, Larry leaving. Larry leaving. Wait. Where was the same energy? So at that point, Old Cove took a L. So just when you think you winning, or the illusion of winning, it's scary because you never know. Now, what killed me was, it was people that said they supported R. Kelly that was gloating in Larry going to jail, but crying when Robert went to jail. Well, when you look at the Bible, and the Bible says when your brother has been overtaken by a situation, pray for him. So it's been a lot of people talking about R. Kelly's guilty, R. Kelly's this, R. Kelly that. But then when it hit their home, oh, please pray for us. No. You get the same energy that you put out. That's why I try to reciprocate positive energy, no matter what. Because I want the same energy back. Now, if I gotta be messy and ugly, I'm gonna go there. Trust me, I'm gonna go there. But if I don't, then I'm not. I will say this. They said Robert brought this on himself. Well, Larry brought that on himself. Larry did what he did. He brought it on himself. What's next? What's next? However, to attack one but uplift another is blasphemy. Because how can you say you for something, but you're attacking something that you don't agree with, but you're trying to uplift something that you do agree with? It don't make sense. It don't make sense at all. And at the end of the day, I don't think neither one of them brothers need to be in jail. That's my honest opinion. I don't think neither one of them need to be there. Right, Kim? The opposition was celebrating 100 empty devices. Look at how that has turned out. Yeah. Look at how that's turned out. What happened to the new tapes? Have a felony and CNN announced that. Y'all crazy as hell. But look, that's what it is. So we're going to get into this paperwork. 168. 9 whole pages. We're going to get into this thing. And we're going to break it down. Let's go. Honorable A&M Donnelly, United States District Judge, Eastern District of New York, 225 Cademan Plaza, East Brooklyn, New York. Reason, United States versus Robert Cecil Kelly. Now, watch this. Why is the United States trying to make themselves a person? See, these are the small things that people overlook. Why is the United States trying to make themselves a person? Okay, let's go. Dear Judge Donnelly, the government respectfully submits this letter of response in opposition to the defendant's motion to dismiss filed on August the 9th, 2021. Defendant motion, CECF docket number 159. The defendant moves purportedly pursuant to Fed R. Crim P12B2 to dismiss 1 racketeering acts 1 through 3, 7, 10, 12, and 14 of count 1, 2 counts 6 through 9, and 3 the entire indictment for lack of venue. Dang. For the reasons set forth below, the motion is both untimely and meritless. It should be denied in its entirety. Stop. So the government is saying that this motion should be denied entirely, right? Because of what? Untimely and meritless. Right? So check it. How can you say lack of venue is meritless? If the alleged situations happen in Chicago, how you going to try them in New York? I believe I was the only one that put that out there and everybody wanted to go quiet. If the crimes happen in Chicago, you cannot try a Chicago crime in New York. That's called lack of jurisdiction and lack of venue. Because it didn't happen in the venue of New York. It didn't happen in the jurisdiction of New York. My fault, I got that backwards. It didn't happen in the jurisdiction of New York, so therefore the venue of New York lacks jurisdiction to even try this case. But here's the problem that I'm having. The government wants stuff thrown out when it's shown on face against them. But they want to enter all their stuff at the last minute that's reaching, and then when then when the defense break it down and say, oh, that's untimely and meritless, wait. And Donnelly said, oh, we can submit that. And the government say, oh, we should be able to do it because it shows a pattern. But wait, y'all were supposed to have submitted that last year. I do believe last year, like December of last year. So if y'all stuff can be entered, why can't the truth be entered? You have to dismiss this. And the only charges you can charge Robert on is the charges that happen in the Eastern District of New York or the jurisdiction of New York, which will be what? The Azriel Clary situation when she flew to New York. But wait, Angelo said he paid for that. Y'all should have left me alone. I told you I got time today. I'm not a lawyer. And I'm damn sure not a lawyer. So therefore, I'm breaking it down in timely fashion as to what I see. Now, they saying they got charges on him. Okay, try him on the stuff that happened in the jurisdiction of New York. That's just like, I'm going to give you an example. I killed somebody in Baltimore, but Georgia want to try me. Impossible. You will have to extradite me to Baltimore to face charges. Why? Because Georgia is not the venue for it. And Georgia definitely don't have the jurisdiction. And when you look at what's charged on Robert Kelly's docket or jacket or what they're trying to give him, most of that, I'm going to say 98.5% of it is in Chicago or Los Angeles. But I got a question. Ain't nobody talking about why all these so-called victims want to back out now. Uh-oh. Robert's locked up. Fat boy, I'm glad you came in and said that, but guess what? Lack of venue and lack of jurisdiction is federal. It's no state stuff. You've been listening to the wrong people, brother. You joined Oak Cove and that's fine. but make sure they're giving you the right information. I'm telling you, I just looked at my watch. I got time today. See, this is what Atmos didn't want. For Dana to come public and for Dana to look at it like, yeah, let's do it. Indigo, you say who's backing out? And you got Geronda, not Jahonda, but Geronda who wants to back out. That's one. And you got Juice who said that she's not testifying about nothing. That's two. Let's go for it. Lisa Van Allen said she's not getting back in bed with it. That's three. That's three of your poplars right there. That's three of your poplars. The charges for most of this case is right there. So, I can keep going. I can keep going. Precious Way said she don't want nothing to do with it. And this is not hearsay. These are people that I talk to. I work out with Holly down at Floyd Mayweather gym. Holly said she ain't dealing with nothing. And she said the feds have threatened to lock her up. But she told the feds, I never gave you anything. That's hearsay coming from somebody else. Ralph Phoenix said, can't she transfer the case to the proper venue though, Dana? Or she will have to dismiss it because the transfer portal has already closed. She have already did jury selection. If she didn't do jury selection, she could have transferred it. Shanna loves Oko. I know who that is. You should already know I got receipts on everything I do. The question is, do y'all have receipts on anything that y'all said? Everything that y'all have spewed has been hearsay from Angelo. It was just passed down through another source. I'm not going to talk about it unless I know about it, because I believe in walking it like I talk it. And see, and as my man said, as my bishop on YouTube said,
see the devil did. See the devil won't act stupid. But
I don't mind praising God where I go. So, let's break down number one. Because I see we're going to be all day. And I want to get back to Madden because I got to finish building my team. So, the motion is untimely. In a transparent effort to avoid a finding that his motion is untimely, the defendant asserts that his motion is made pursuant to Rule 12b-2 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure, defendant motion at number 3. His assertion does not make it so. Why don't it? Rule 12b-2 provides that a motion that the court lacks jurisdiction may be made anytime while the case is pending. Okay, the case is doing what right now? The case is pending. The trial have not officially started. Only jury selection started. So therefore, you can call lack of jurisdiction at any time. You don't sound right, Mr. Government. Instead, he asserts that 1. Certain racketeering acts and substantive counts should be dismissed because they fail to state a claim under New York law. That's facts. If you don't state a claim, you don't have a claim. A lawsuit has 4 legs. How can a table stand if one of the legs are missing? That's what people got to understand. If a table has 4 legs and one of the legs are missing, that means the table going to be wobbly. But in this case, you got 2 legs that's missing. That table ain't going to stand. Even if you put it in the opposite direction, eventually it's going to fall. Let's go there. 2. Once the court dismisses those racketeering acts and counts, these results in a lack of venue in the Eastern District of New York. Certain racketeering acts related to the creation of child pornography should be dismissed because there is no evidence that visual depictions exist. Now watch this. If they are saying that, right? They're saying it. And I'm going to show y'all where it's coming from. This is the federal government that did this. So Atmos, where you at? Where you at? Because the federal government is even saying, because there's no evidence that visual depictions exist. Atmos, Atmos, didn't you call me yesterday and say that the federal government didn't say that? So the federal government is saying there are no evidence. No evidence. So you mean to tell me you're going to hold me captive and lock me up when there's no evidence? And I think at the end of the day, I have been one of the only ones from my city of Baltimore that held this man innocent. I done had my homeboys like, yo, check it out, yo, Dana, yo, do you think he did? I'm telling you. And that's why I love my city. I love my homeboys. I love my fellas. I love all of them. Why? Because they don't go by hearsay. They want to know the truth. So the government said because there is no evidence that visual depictions exist. But wait, I'm going to back this car up a little bit. I'm going to back it up. Y'all so secure about this case, right? Read what number 2 say. Once the court dismisses those racketeering acts and counts. Wait a minute. You're the federal government. So why are you talking about the court dismissing anything? Like I said, this whole thing is not about these women. That was a smokescreen. They used Don Russell to create the RICO. And they used YouTube people that he went and got together to say that Robert and Don is tight. Therefore, the stuff that Don did, the bomb threats, the blowing up the cars, and all that, it's been submerged over to Robert Kelly. Why? Because Don said, I can get him. Can't nobody else nail him, but I can. Well, as long as Dana around, and you're going to have a hard time doing that. And you're going to have a hard time doing that. As long as Dana around, you ain't going to do it. Because now, here's where I'm going to nail you. Jody, I see your question. I see your statement. They want his masters. Exactly. This ain't about women. So you mean to tell me that a female that loves having sex with you, that's in your household that you're not married to, the minute she call you daddy and you break up with her, she can go file charges in federal court and charge you for the Mann Act because she called you daddy. The term daddy and sexual intercourse go hand in hand. That means that's a feeling I like to have, and you're the only one that gave me that feeling. So therefore, you are the daddy in the bedroom. But nobody looking at that. I told y'all should have looked at y'all watch last night. Because when Madden came out, I got off and I want to do my thing. But today, I got time today. And it's raining. So you know I ain't going outside. You know I ain't going outside. So you know I got all day to do this. All day to bring you facts. But the federal government said once the court dismisses those racketeering acts and counts, I'm going to stop there. Once they dismiss that, you got to give them bond. But I'm going to show you just how slick the federal government is. They'll dismiss it and they'll give Rob bond. But they still hold him because he violated bond in Chicago when they came and got him and gave him bond. Wait a minute. So when they came and got him in Chicago, he was already out on bond. That means he violated bond in Chicago, but that means he still got to be locked up. Who do y'all think y'all playing with? I've been in enough legal trouble in my lifetime to know the ins and outs of this. And you know what? A couple of lawyers said, Dana, and you need to go to law school. And I laughed it off, but I think I need to do that in the midst of me doing this acting thing. Because it's not enough people that look at the paperwork. Or should I say, it's not enough people that understand the paperwork. A lot of people look and read, but a lot of people don't understand. Like, I will never come on my platform and look up jurisdictions of sexual consent for a child. That lets me know that you're a pedophile. Oh, 12 years old, oh, you can have sex. I wish the hell my daughter would. I wish the hell any of my homeboys' daughters would. Stop playing with me, man. Then it says, this results in a lack of venue in the Eastern District of New York. So they're admitting once the court dismisses those racketeering acts and counts, that will result in the lack of venue in the Eastern District of New York. So what is that telling you? They don't have no case. No case, no face. No face, no case. 3. Certain racketeering acts related to the creation of child pornography should be dismissed. Whoa, wait a minute. Should be the Atmos, where are you at? I done text you the link. Where are you at? Bring that ass here, boy. Where are you at? They are saying certain racketeering acts related to the creation of child pornography should be dismissed. Why are y'all saying that? Because y'all don't have chain of custody. Y'all cash cow Avenatti didn't work for y'all. The chain of custody has been broken. Jody, that point right there, he will own the record industry, right? Atmos, don't run down, brother. I need you here. Because y'all clown last night. You know what? I'm going to go back to my bishop. I'm telling you.
See, the devil did. See, the devil won't act stupid. But he got time.
I'm telling you, where you at? Wait, look, your team showed up and you didn't. What kind of leader are you? Come and face me, brother. And I ain't trying to hear you busy, because you was just on live. I want the smoke today. I told y'all, y'all biggest thing was, y'all was going to run this thing. Y'all was going to take over once Larry left. I told y'all should have asked Larry who gave him the run for his money for his life. Me. Nobody else. So, check this out. Because there is no evidence that visually depictions exist. Where's these 100 devices y'all been talking about? I told y'all from the jump. The 100 devices that was taken from the storage that nobody knew about except for Don because of his mother. And Don thought he was going to backdoor Robert and get the information to Azriel. But wait, I showed y'all how Don Russell was in cahoots with Tim Savage and Angelo Clary. And the minute I brought that out, all of Don Russell cronies said, check this out. Check this out. The minute I did that, all of his cronies said, Dana is the enemy. Dana is the one that's setting Robert up. And a lot of y'all fools ran with that. One thing about me, I don't have a backstabbing bone in my body. I'm loyal to the T. Ask any of my homeboys. If they go to war, I go to war. How many of y'all have them? Oh, Nettie Boo, it ain't no chill, baby. Y'all wasn't chilling last night, was y'all? So I don't gotta chill today. Let's get funky like a monkey. That's where I'm at with it. I'm just a common man. That's all. So, and number 4, certain racketeering acts, and I want y'all to see this. Certain racketeering acts should be dismissed because they are purportedly beyond the applicable statute of limitations. What are you doing now, federal government? You called yourself locking him up and tried to break him to take a plea to make him a disgraced person. But guess what? It didn't happen. Now y'all got to slowly but surely backtrack everything that y'all did. Now that y'all backtracking, these so-called accusers, aka victims, is saying, I don't want to get on that stand. I don't want to get on that stand. Why don't you want to get on the stand? You're a victim. R. Kelly made it so you couldn't use the bathroom. You got to get on the stand and say that. You had to pee in buckets. You had to eat your own feces, but never went to the doctors for being sick. Uh-oh. This is where I operate in facts. So people talking about, oh, it's in the paperwork. That was y'all claim to fame, right, Okov? Right, Okov? That was y'all claim to fame. It's in the paperwork. Well, guess what? The Dream Team claim to fame is, this is like Ragu. It's in there. It's in there. Now watch this. Ty, you said because they already been on the stand. If they already been on the stand, why the little crazy little girl talking about, I don't want to go, I'm pregnant. Who told you to get pregnant after you lied? I don't have no respect for liars. When you want to destroy somebody's life, no respect. Back when I was younger, I used to tell some crazy lies when I was younger. Until I seen just how much it was doing stuff to people. Then I said, I can't live like that no more. So here's the problem. Everybody want the dream. Everybody want Dana to have compassion on these so-called victims. Everybody want Dana to have compassion if you will, on these so-called people. But where was the compassion on Robert when y'all was saying 100 devices? 100 devices. 100 devices. Where was the compassion then? Oh, he going to jail. He on there with the tape. Now watch this. I'ma say something that's gonna blow all of y'all out the water. If that was Robert on the tape in 2008, why was he acquitted? And the jury clearly said, we can't tell who was on the tape. So if they can't tell who was on the tape, and Jen, who was working for Robert, Lindsay, who was working for Robert, came and testified against Robert, and they said, we can't tell if it's Robert or not. Now, how can y'all tell us him on the tape? Make that make sense. That's when we realized the beginning of the deep fake. I can make a tape and it can be one of my homeboys and I can put my face on there. And y'all would think it's me. That's all I need is a person with the same body color as me. The problem is Santa Claus is coming to town. And a lot of people have been naughty. So now you ain't getting nothing. Y'all thought y'all had a come up deal. Y'all thought y'all had a bag coming. Lie time lied to y'all as they always do. As they always do. Lie time lied to y'all. Y'all thought y'all had Birkin bags and all that. Now y'all gotta face this man. Y'all gotta face this man. Don't get me wrong. If he did something wrong, he need to stand trial for what he did wrong. But don't lie on somebody because you can't be number one. Don't lie on somebody because the penal system was good while it was going into you and you realize, oh, he's not going to settle down with me. Don't lie. But I'm going to take it deeper. Don't get mad because a wannabe want to create chaos for Robert and going after the people who Robert fired. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did Dana just say that? Dana, break it down in nigger terminology. Don Russell should not have aggravated this situation. If you're going to go after people in the court system. Don't go after people threatening people. Because stuff like this happens. Don Russell was not authorized to go track down anybody that stole anything from Robert. One man was. One man. The same man that was questioned for 23 hours and because they didn't like what he said. Because he didn't go along with the go along, get along gang. They said they couldn't use nothing he said. Let's finish with the paperwork. Notably, the federal rules make clear that motions alleging a defect in instituting the prosecution, including improper venue, and a defect in the indictment or information, including failure to state an offense, must be raised by a pretrial motion if the basis for the motion is then reasonably available and the motion can be determined without a trial on the merits. Stop. That can't apply to this defense team because the previous defense team did not follow the rules or do what they were supposed to do. If they would have went and challenged this from day one, we wouldn't be here now. which lead me to believe that Steven Greenberg was part of the takedown of R. Kelly. Why? Because Steven Greenberg wanted the movie rights. Now I'm going to tell it. Steven Greenberg wanted the accolades of, well, we didn't win in court, but we're going to file an appeal. The whole time, Robert, sign over your rights. So now I understand where Lisa and Cassandra come in at. They went to go talk to Steve. Steve made them an offer. And now they want power of attorney. But then you had Jen and Lindsay that say, over my dead body, we need power of attorney. Everybody's trying to pull him. But like I said from the beginning, Robert is not dead. So why do you need power of attorney? Robert is not in a vegetative state. So why do you need power of attorney? He's not going to give none of y'all power of attorney because one group of people wanted money. One group of people wanted power, fame, assets, and music. Another group of people just standing there and just said whatever. Now, like I said, who want to challenge me on anything I said so far? I told you I got time today. I done made all the trades I'm going to make in Madden. Let's finish. Okay. The federal rules further provide that the court may set a deadline for the parties to make pretrial motions. If the court does not set one, the deadline is the start of trial. If a party does not meet the deadline for making a Rule 12b-3 motion, the motion is untimely, but a court may consider the defense objection or request if the party shows good cause. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm slow. Maybe I'm retarded. But this part, don't that sound like to y'all that now they backtracking and now they talking about, oh, I'm watching the federal government do something I've never seen them do before. They is saying, okay, it's a deadline. And they using the start of trial by them doing jury selection. But then they turning around and giving a way out. I'm lost. I'm lost. Maybe I'm slow. Maybe I'm stupid. But I've never seen the federal government give a person a way out after saying that things are untimely. Mr. Federal Government, do you know something that I don't know? Second of all, let's go here. Everything that I've told y'all, Canic is now doing. I'm going to ask this question for a brief 30 seconds. If anybody can answer this, please put the answer in the chat, whether you on either platform. My question is, have anybody seen the federal government before? Have anybody seen the United States of America before? Have anybody seen the United States of America before? If you have, can you please tell me what the United States of America look like? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it a hermaphrodite? Is it gay? Is it straight? Please tell me what it look like. Hey, Fancy Boo Creation. So, if nobody have ever seen the federal government, how can you bring charges on a man? Uh-oh. How can you bring charges and have witnesses on a man? I'll wait. 50 states is the USA, the country. Okay. Queen Christy, I'm glad you said that. So if 50 states is the USA, the country, right? Have anybody seen the 50 states? Can somebody tell me what is the address? Thank you, Wellington Cousins. What's the address of the United States? In order to bring a lawsuit, you have to have an address. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is a representation of the Vatican. This is what I've been trying to teach y'all a year ago. And I stopped teaching it because I didn't think people was interested in it. Queen Christy said North America. I'm telling you. Come on. So, properly construed, there can be no doubt. You know what? I feel like being messy today. Let me call my homeboy real quick. Hold on. He probably cussed me out because I ain't do what he asked me to do. Hold on. Come on.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to...
Hold on. Because, see, I'll get all the Gore rules online. And we'll talk about it all. So, I don't know nobody. I didn't come back to teach because I didn't think people was interested about it. I had a whole seminar lined up and everything for everybody. But this is that part right there, Jody. They are bringing charges on your social security number. That's right. They can't bring charges on the man. They can only bring it on your social security. That's why I don't operate under the social security number. I keep telling y'all that. And we're going to get into that. And that's where it's going back to. And that's why when I say that people need to get grounded, go get the Black Law Dictionary. 1 through 9. You need it all. And amicus curiae brief is your voice as a non-party. Right. File into R. Kelly cases. Right. Right. And that's what CANIC has done. That's what CANIC has done. And now that has happened, the federal government don't know what to do. But this is what I've been saying do for 2.5 years. So, properly construed, there can be no doubt that the defendant's motion is, in fact, a Rule 12b-3 motion. Apart from his initial invocation of Rule 12b-2. Without more, the motion is replete with references to the fact that the defendant is challenging the sufficiency of the indictment. Defendant motion at 3. Indeed, his argument with respect to racketeering Acts 12 and 14 of count 1 and count 6 through 9 is that these racketeering acts and counts fail to state an offense because the underlying state law violations on which they rely either 1, do not include herpes, or 2, the indictment does not allege conduct amounting to reckless endangerment under state law, which is fact. But here's the problem. They're trying to use, the federal government is trying to use state law into federal jurisdiction, which you cannot do because federal jurisdiction supersedes state law. So, that's case law right there. Finally, his claim that venue in the Eastern District of New York is improper falls squarely under federal R. Crim P. 12B 3AI. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me the feds is actually helping Robert throw this case away? Hey Jody, I would love to go live with you, brother. Let's set that up. We have to go live and break the truth to these people. What up, Russell Parham? How you doing, bro? Here, the court set a deadline for the parties to make pretrial motions. Following several adjournments of the trial date, on February 9th, 2021, the court set a July 19th, 2021 deadline for such motions. Stop. If the court set a July the 19th, 2021 deadline and for such motions, right? How was the federal government able to bring motions August the 1st? August the 6th? Make it make sense. At 6, his motions to dismiss the racketeering acts and counts related to herpes exposure and the correlative venue challenge are based on misguided arguments as to the reach and applicability of the underlying state laws at issue, not any substantive evidence produced in discovery. Whoa. What did you just say? They are based on misguided arguments as to the reach and applicability of the underlying state laws at issue, not any substantial evidence produced in discovery. I think the person that wrote this for the government messed up. Jody, I agree. This is why they want you to have a lawyer. Right. Because if you have a lawyer, you fall under their jurisdiction. Wow. Indeed, that is why the defendant previously filed a motion to dismiss the very same racketeering acts and counts related to herpes exposure over a year and 4 months ago on March the 2nd, 2020. See ECF docket number 42. The same is true with respect to the defendant's argument regarding the statute of limitation. As a result, the motion should be denied. What? Wow. The motion also fails on the merits. The charges related to herpes exposure should be dismissed. They not making sense. So why should the motion be denied when you just agreed on 3 different charges that on 3 different times that this is faulty? I'm lost. Can somebody from Oak Cove explain that to me? Can somebody from Oak explain that to me? I don't need y'all to go quiet now. Don't go to your platform and talk trash now. We here. Can somebody from Oak explain this to me? Wellington Cousin said, is herpes a center of disease and control issue equals federal? Facts. Wait a minute. Cause see, I need to hear, can somebody from Oak Cove explain that to me, please? Is there any lawyers in the house? Larry Million is here. Yay! You know what? Larry Million is here. So, can you tell me why the federal government has admitted that they don't have nothing and the case is bullcrap, but they still do not want to have this motion or have this case dismissed? Can somebody explain it to me? Thank you, Shawnee. Exactly. Kimberly, exactly. I need this explained to me. Now you want me to Google it. You know what? Where's Keith? I want y'all strongest ones to explain this. Because for 2 years, y'all was saying he going to jail. So where are y'all? You know, I find it bad, man. Look, what I want to do, right, is put up a number. 1-800-50 years for the liars and the parents that lied. Power 123 Trust, what up, bro? Glad to see you back. Can somebody explain it? You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do. Cause see, people want to play. We don't need to play. We need to get truth out here, okay? Hold on. We need to get truth out here, right? This is what I'm gonna do. Cause I'm just that guy. I'm just that guy, right? So, what I want to do is get truth and clarity. I don't want to argue with nobody. I just want truth and clarity out here, right? No drama, truth and clarity. Joseph Lord said the parents pimped out their children. Wow. Wellington Cousin said because the highest state court in that state must have been given chance to exhaust remedy. Wow. Everything I've been saying, now you have somebody else coming here saying it. At the end of the day, we have to stand for our own. Because ain't nobody giving us nothing. They taking everything from us. And the only reason why they taking is because we are allowing stuff to be taken. Look, everybody give a thumbs up for everybody give a thumbs up and for Power 123 Trust, y'all. Good positive brother. Everybody give a thumbs up for Power 123 Trust. So let's go ahead. The charges related to herpes exposure should not be dismissed. Oh, wait a minute. So here we go. The charges related to herpes exposure should not be dismissed. Counts 6 through 9 and racketeering acts 12 and 14 of count 1, each related to violations of the Mann Act. Of the Mann Act. More specifically, these racketeering acts and counts collectively allege that on or about May the 18th, 2017 and February the 2nd, 2018, the defendant transported Jane Doe number 6. Stop! Jane Doe number 6, a grown woman. A grown woman. Okay. Y'all don't want to believe me. Hold on. I'm going to let y'all hear it for yourself. Screen record. Hold on. I'm going to let y'all hear it for yourself. A grown woman. Hold on. Where is it at? I know I played it for y'all. Hold on. But anyway, a grown woman who said, plain and simple, that's not it. A grown woman who said, plain and simple, that she don't agree with being called the victim because she knew what she was doing. She ain't take no money. She ain't take nothing. Those were her words, not mine. I gotta find this. Her words said that. She said she ain't take no money. She ain't take nothing. Find her. Let's see if I can find it for y'all. I want y'all to hear her words. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna find this for y'all. Downloader. No, that's not it. You cut. Drafts. Let me go to U-Cuts. But anyway, it says transported Jane Doe number 6 and interstate commerce with intent that Jane Doe number 6. Oh, here we go. Ro,
What's up?
I got a question I ask. Are you ready?
Alright.
Have you ever seen the United States before?
Have I ever seen the United States?
Yeah.
No.
So how can they bring forth a court case against somebody?
Exactly. It's just a figment of your imagination. It only exists as basically a territory.
So
10 square mile radius. I've never stepped foot on that.
I've never stepped foot on it. Well, I did. I've been to DC before, so yeah, I have, but I've never been criminally prosecuted from DC. So,
Yeah.
so the four legs that the four legs that the United States need to sue somebody are what?
Well, the two biggest ones that are subject matter and personal jurisdiction.
Okay.
Those are the easiest ones to deal with.
Okay, so now I'm gonna give you an update. R. Kelly have new lawyers now, right?
Yeah.
And they challenging jurisdiction because just about everything happened in Chicago.
Right.
Of what they
States
alleged.
only got a 10 square mile radius of jurisdiction unless he's using the zip codes
Facts.
or he's a government employee.
Facts, and he's not neither one. So with that being said,
Well, and the other thing becomes as well is he doesn't have any accusers. His accusers have been settled. And in fact, if he settled with them, he's got a lawsuit, a countersuit against them for breach of contract.
wow. Including the
And
ones
so
that
everything
violated, huh?
Yeah. So every one of them that are coming in and they're, so you say, for instance, they were told not to talk about it, you know, then it don't matter who it is. That means it was, they breached the contract. And they can be held liable. It's a smoke screen. The witnesses are a smoke screen, and the United States is acting as the injured party. Same thing that state of Texas would be doing. United States is coming in and acting as if they're an injured party. So you have a right to face your accuser. I mean, it's just simple. They're ripping his little ass off. Hell, my little son last night shut the damn courts down for 2 or 3 damn minutes, 2 or 3 different times, you know, by the simple question when they call the name. He says, I've been known to use that name. He says, for the record, is that the Christopher Jacob Montana McLean trust you're now administered? And everything went to crickets for about 2 damn minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, just my little 18-year-old saying something like that. And then he turns around and they start trying to pursue on it again. And he says, well, when do I get a right to face my accuser? Well, you don't. He says, well, what gives you the right to tell me I don't have the right to face my accuser? And he says, because I do have the right to face my accuser. When do I get to face the accuser? So, that's the thing about him. He's hard-headed. He is so damn hard-headed. It's not so much the balls to get up there and tell a judge, but he'll argue with anybody. You know? He'll get up there and state what he needs to say, and he won't back down.
Facts. So pretty much now the federal government is trying to backtrack on everything that they are doing. Now that Robert's new civil rights attorney is calling them on their bullcrap.
Oh, well, the first thing is who's the injured man or woman? Because the injured man or woman's already been settled. They're just a witness now. They're an actor, which is the witness, not a man or woman that did or witness. They are a witness that the state of or the United States got harmed.
Bro, what I'm gonna do is, because we've been
Which is
putting
fraud.
right, we've been putting this off, and for like a month. I'm gonna email you this charge thing and a response. You give me a day where we go live and talk about it and break it down piece by piece.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Let me get back, but I'm gonna go ahead, but I'm gonna call you later tonight. Alright. Y'all asked for it. I'm gonna give it to you. A court cannot testify as a witness. Right. And Wellington Cousins, man, look, I want you to be a part of this, bro. I want you to be a part of this. I want you. Hey, Khalil, how you doing? Thank you for being here. And we welcome you here at the Dream Team. Wellington Cousins, I want you to be a part, man. Matter of fact, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Send me an email. Hey, Willie, put my email up there for me, please. And me and you just need to talk. Let's talk. Maybe we can get a panel of educated people, whether it be men and women, or just men or just women. Let's just go ahead and do it. All right? I got you, Wellington. So, right here, the charges related. Okay. It says transported Jane Doe number 6 in interstate commerce with intent that Jane Doe number 6 engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense. How? She took her own money. She flew. She took her own money. She flew to New York several times. So how is Rob the one responsible when she cleared? You know what? Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. This is what I'm gonna do. I was looking for it, but I know where it's at. Let me go ahead and do this. YouTube. I'm gonna play my own video. That's what I'm gonna do. Play my own video. Hey, can I call you right back? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play my own video.
This Friday, see reminiscence.
Okay, here we go. There we go. I'm gonna let y'all hear exactly what she said.
Choice, and that's why I walked away. I did not move in with him. I did not live with him. I did not take any money from him. There's a choice you have, and I want people to know that it's all a process. And I don't even like the word victim, because I don't feel like I'm a victim. I'm a young woman, and let's be clear, I made a choice to be involved with that person. Do I feel like everything he did was right? Hell no. But I had a choice, and that's why I walked away. I did not move in with him. I did not live with him. I did not take any money from him. There's a choice you have, and I want people to know that it's all a process. And I don't even like the word victim, because I don't feel like I'm a victim. I'm a young woman, and let's be clear, I made a choice to be involved with that person. Do I feel like everything he did was right? Hell no. But I had a choice, and that's why I walked away. I did not move in with him. I did not live with him. I did not take any money from him. There's a choice you have, and I want people to know that it's all a process.
So, with that being said, if it's all a process, right? Why is Robert being charged for something that you wanted to do? Hey, Willie, hold on. I can't see Power 123 Trust questions. Why? Hold on. Willie, send it to me real quick. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yeah, Willie, send it to me. I don't know why I can't see. because I don't have nobody blocked. So it says one transported Jane Doe number 6 in interstate commerce with intent that Jane Doe number 6 engage. Okay. That Jane Doe number 6 engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense. Specifically, violations of New York penal law, section 12020, reckless endangerment, and New York public health law, section 2307, exposure of infectious venereal disease. Wait. So you can't say that he gave her that. You can't say that he gave her that because we have audio, thanks to Cash Jones, that Tim Savage has said that she was giving people herpes from her ex-boyfriend. I can't see Power 123 Trust comments, and I don't know what's going on. YouTube has been tripping lately. Wellington Cousins, you're right. Wow, that gives federal jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? So exposure of infectious venereal disease in violation of 18 U.S.C. 2421A and 2 persuaded, induce, entice, or coerce Jane Doe number 6 to travel in interstate commerce to engage in sexual activity for which a person can be charged with a criminal offense. Specifically, violations of section 12020, reckless endangerment, and sections 2307, and violation of 18 U.S.C. 2422A. Okay, so hold on. You know me, I'm going to look it up. 18 U.S.C. 2422A. U.S.C. 2422 coercion and enticement A says whoever knowingly persuades, induces, entices, or coerces any individual to travel in interstate and foreign commerce or in any territory or possession of the United States to engage in prostitution or any sexual activity for which any person can be charged with a criminal offense or attempts to do so shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. Stop. They was in a relationship, so how is it prostitution? If they was in a relationship, how is it prostitution? If they was in a relationship, how is it prostitution? So now, this is crazy. Is unprotected sexual intercourse with Jane Doe number 6 without first informing Jane Doe number 6 that he had contracted herpes and obtaining her consent to sexual intercourse in these circumstances. So with that being said, sure, Khalil, go ahead and share it. So with that being said, they're trying to say that he gave her herpes, but he was transporting her back and forth from Texas to New York to have sex with her and treated her like a prostitute. But wait, she paid for her own flight. So now that she paid for her own flight, how can this stick? I'll wait. Then on top of that, thank you, Ro. Ro just said R. Kelly case lacks subject matter's jurisdiction. Where there's no jurisdiction, there's no case. Well, this New York Public Health Law Section 2307 applies to herpes. That's why they bringing in a person to break that down. Okay, that's a lot. That's case law. 2. The conduct alleged in the indictment violates Section 12020. What? Okay, the conduct. Section 12020 provides that a person is guilty of reckless endangerment in the second degree when he recklessly engages in conduct which creates a substantial risk of serious physical injury to another person. Okay, so question. How don't we know that she gave it to him? That's my question. How don't we know that she gave it to him? There's no way possible you're going to be able to tell who gave who what. So, let's go here. And here's where I break this down. Here's where I break this down. Hold on. Thank you so much, Miss Linda. I appreciate you. Here's where I break this down. How can Rob give Faith herpes, but Joy and Az don't have it? Make that make sense. And nobody talked about this herpes story until other people came out and said, oh, I got herpes. Well, Geronda, if you got herpes, how are you still having kids with no herpes? Oh, Power 123 asks, where are the videos Avenatti showed to CNN? That, you know what? That's a good question, Power. Because when they came to court, but they couldn't even open in the DVDs. And then all of a sudden, that whole situation just fell by the wayside, and the lawyer for the government quit in Chicago, and the one who had all the tapes. So, that's a great question, Power. So, this right here is going to be hard to prove about this herpes thing. And that seemed to be their claim to fame. B, count 1 is not barred by the statute of limitations. Okay, let's go there. The defendant's motion to dismiss based on the statute of limitations is frivolous and demonstrates a fundamental misunderstanding of RICO. See defendant motion at 11. The statute of limitations for a substantial RICO offense, the offense charged in count 1, is 5 years from the date of the indictment. See 18 U.S.C. 3282. No person shall be prosecuted, tried, or punished for any offense not capital unless the indictment is found within 5 years next after such offense shall have been committed, that certain racketeering acts and predicated after certain racketeering acts are predicated on violations of state law does not mean that the state statutes of limitations apply. Why don't it? That certain racketeering acts are predicated on violations of state law does not mean that state statutes of limitations apply. As the defendant bizarrely asserts, why don't it? If the state law evaporate itself, then you got to go with that. And you can't keep something insubstantiated if the state law says it's over with. This is weird. Nor is the applicable federal 5-year statute of limitations measured from the date of the first racketeering act. What? This is so because the defendant is not charged with committing a particular predicate act. But wait. Everybody is saying that he's being charged. They're telling you this is so because the defendant is not charged. He is not charged with committing a particular predicate act, but rather with committing racketeering through a pattern of racketeering acts. How? How is there a pattern? Juicy Love said, where is her medical records? That's what I want to know. If Robert got to produce his, why can't she produce hers? That's what I want to know. Under the NOR, can it be argued that exposure to herpes from sexual intercourse does not create a substantial risk of serious physical injury to another person? New York Penal Law 12020, as the government will establish through expert testimony at trial, exposure to genital herpes clearly presents a substantial risk, of protracted impairment of health. Once contracted, herpes is incurable. According to the Centers for Disease Control, the first outbreak of herpes is often associated with a longer duration of herpetic lesions, increased viral shedding, making herpes simplex virus transmission more likely, and systematic symptoms including fever, body aches, swollen lymph nodes, and headache. Recurrent outbreaks of genital herpes are common, and many patients who recognize recurrences have predominant symptoms, either localized genital pain or tingling or shooting pains in the legs, hips, or buttocks, which occur hours to days before the eruption of herpetic lesions. See genital herpes, CDC fact sheet. The statute of limitations generally is calculated using the date when the indictment is found under Federal R Crime P 6E, and for statute of limitation purposes, an indictment is found when the grand jury returns it. Okay. In law, in a substantial RICO charge under Section 1962C, the defendant must have committed at least one predicate act within 5 years of the date of the indictment. Let's stop. When did he do this within 5 years of the indictment? You just shot yourself in the foot right there. He cannot be charged with RICO because this didn't happen within 5 years of the indictment. There we go. There we go. There we go. Holly is not testifying. Juice is not testifying. None of them are testifying. And the federal government said that. They are not willing to testify. So, this is crazy. This is crazy. To establish a defendant's violation of Section 1962C, the government must prove that the defendant committed 2 or more predicate offenses, at least one of which occurred within the federal 5-year statute of limitations for non-capital offenses. Citation omitted. Because this indictment was filed on June the 20th, 2019. At least one of the predicate racketeering acts charged against the defendant and the substantial RICO count must have occurred or continued past June the 20th, 2014. In this case, racketeering acts 8 through 14 all occurred after that date, and there and is thus no statute of limitations issued in this case. Time out. Y'all saying that it happened. A racketeering acts 8 through 14 all occurred after that date, right? Okay, but that was in Chicago, as y'all trying to say. Y'all trying to say that he did these things, but it happened in Chicago. So how's New York trying to charge him? Make it make sense. And Donnelly, you got your work cut out. C. Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10 should not be dismissed. The defendant argues that Racketeering Acts 2, 7, and 10 of Count 1, all of which relate to the production of child pornography, should be dismissed because there is no evidence that visual depictions exist. Defendant motion at 12. This is not a proper basis for a motion to dismiss, and the motion should be denied. Time out. Wellington said, Google exceptions to this rule. Time out. If there is no videos, right? If there's no videos, then how can you charge him? That's hearsay. And Ann Donnelly said she don't want hearsay. Rule 803, exceptions to the rule against hearsay. The following are not excluded by the rule against hearsay, regardless of whether the declarant is available as a witness. One, matter of fact, let me switch this. Let me switch this. Let me put this over here. Rule. Here we go. Rule 803, exceptions to the rule against hearsay. The following are not excluded by the rule against hearsay, regardless of whether the declarant is available as a witness. 1. Present sense impression, a statement describing or explaining an event or condition made while or immediately after the declarant perceived it. 2. Excited utterance, a statement relating to a startling event or condition made while the declarant was under the stress of excitement that it caused. 3. Then existing mental, emotional, and physical condition. A statement of the declarant's then existing state of mind, such as motive, intent, or plan, or emotional, sensory, or physical conditions such as mental feeling, pain, or bodily health, but not including a statement of memory or belief to prove the fact remembered, or believe unless it relates to the validity or terms of the declarant's will. 4. Statement made for medical diagnosis or treatment. A statement that A. is made for and is reasonably pertinent to medical diagnosis or treatment, and B. describes medical history, past or present symptoms or sensations, their inception, or their general cause. 5. Recorded recollection. Man, this go on and on. Look, I'm going to stop there because I got a whole lot to read. Y'all go ahead and look this up and y'all study that for yourself because I got a whole lot to read. So, hey, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. An indictment returned by a legally constituted and unbiased grand jury, if valid on its face, is enough to call for trial of the charge on the merits. The rest is case law. A defendant must wait until after those close of the government's case in chief at trial or after the jury's verdict before contesting the sufficiency of the evidence. What? A defendant's factual arguments challenging factually valid pleadings do not justify pretrial dismissal of the indictment. The government is entitled to marshal and present its evidence at trial and, if warranted, have its sufficiency tested by a motion for a judgment of acquittal pursuant to Rule 29 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure. The rest of that is case law. Here the government has not presented a full proffer of its evidence. Trial is scheduled to commence on August the 18th, 2021. Accordingly, the defendant's motion to dismiss these racketeering acts should be denied. Venue in the Eastern District of New York is proper. How? As the defendant concedes his argument that the venue in the Eastern District of New York is premised on the court's granting his motions to dismiss counts 6 through 9 and racketeering acts 12 and 14 of count 1. See defendant motion at 12 to 13 because that motion is baseless and should be denied. Venue remains proper in this district. Excuse me. Moreover, the defendant is simply wrong when he asserts that count 6 through 9 and racketeering acts 12 and 14 of count 1 are the only alleged acts in the third superseding indictment that occurred within the Eastern District of New York. ID at 12. Racketeering acts 9 related to Jane Doe 5, which the defendant does not challenge in his motion to dismiss, is also alleged to have occurred within the Eastern District of New York, the Northern District of California, and elsewhere. Stop. How? Okay. Alleged. Conclusion. The foregoing reasons, the court should deny the defendant's motion to dismiss in its entirety. That's acting United States Attorney. Okay. So we get out of that. I'm going to give everybody 3 minutes. And then we're going to jump. And then we're going to jump right into this. Okay? Let's go. This song is titled R. Kelly, I Got It. Let's go. Play.
You've been working, you've been stressing, body screaming, you've been neglected, you got all these problems, but you can't seem to escape. Tonight I'm breaking you out, but you need to get away. Let's go, babe. Let's go, babe. Oh, let's go, babe. Let's go, babe. Out of this love with me, so you can see I got it. Everything you want, girl. I got it. Everything you need, girl. I got it. You and me, look at loving, baby, man. I got it. Need you to know that, girl, it's all good. You've been worried, got a lot of tension, broken girl, and I just wanna fix it. Girl, you need some new time, girl, you can't let to me, baby. I want to relax your mind, and girl, I know just what to do for you. Let's go, babe. Oh, let's go, babe. Oh, let's go, babe. Let's go, babe. Out of this love with me, so you can see I got it. Oh, everything you want, I got it. And everything you need, I got it. You and me, a good love is baby. I got it. And I want you to know that girl, it's all yours. Wherever you wanna go, wherever you wanna do, wherever you wanna see. Oh, God, just put your trust in me. God is the first to God, and God is the answer. You've been searching everywhere, you don't have to look no further, baby. I got it. Everything you want, girl, I got it. Everything you need, baby, I got it. Just to let me know, I got it. 'Cause girl, I'm here to satisfy all of your desire. I got it. When nobody's screaming, I got it. Oh, baby girl, I'll come home to answer me. I got it. Medicure, girl, rest assured, I got it. My key, shop is free. Oh, please believe, I got it. Night to day, love with baby, I got it. Feels I play, sleep all day, no worry, I got it. VIP, drinks on me, now you know, I got it. Whatever it is, I got it. Whatever it is, I got it. You got it, baby. I got it. If you want it, I got it. I got it.
All right, here we go. Memorandum of law in reply to government's opposition to Robert Sylvester Kelly motion to dismiss. Thomas Fernella, Nicole Blankbecker, attorneys for defendant Robert S. Kelly. Mr. Kelly respectfully submits this memorandum in law in reply to the government's opposition to Mr. Kelly's pretrial motion to dismiss in advance of the trial scheduled to commence on August 18th, 2021. This motion seeks to dismiss the predicate acts alleged in count 1, numbers 12 and 14, as well as the Mann Act violations alleged in count 6 through count 9, and in count 1, Racketeering Act 1, Racketeering Act 2, Racketeering Act 3, Racketeering Act 7, and Racketeering Act 10. Additionally, Mr. Kelly disputes the jurisdiction and venue in the third superseding indictment filed on March the 13th, 2020, pursuant to Rule 12B of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure. Argument. The motion is timely. This motion disputes the court's jurisdiction and venue. On March the 20th, 2020, the government, in response to Mr. Kelly's motions to strike, complained that here the government has not presented a full proffer of its evidence. Rather, the government has presented only a limited proffer of the evidence filed in support of its various motions for permanent orders of detention. The fact that certain sections of the instant application allege that there is no evidence related to certain allegations in the indictment. Mr. Kelly filed this motion when the government's proffer of evidence should be complete. The Second Circuit has recognized that a district court can adjudge the sufficiency of the evidence before trial where the government has made a full proffer of evidence of where there is a stipulated record. That's case law. Consistent with this rule, the courts have fashioned the following standards to govern a pretrial motion challenging the sufficiency of an indictment. Courts regard an indictment sufficient if it sets forth the elements of the offense charged, puts the defendant on fair notice of the charges against which he must defend, and enables the defendant to assert a double jeopardy defense. Universes versus Todd. In the alternative, if the court considers the government's argument as to timeliness, it is respectfully submitted that good has been demonstrated, and the court, in accordance with Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure FRCP Rule 12, can decide the motion. The motion has merit. The charges related to herpes exposure should be dismissed based on the fact that the government cannot prove the public health law, PHL 2307. The reckless endangerment allegation should be dismissed. An alternative, other case law indicates that infection with HIV is not a serious injury. Since medical advances in recent years mean that HIV no longer poses a grave risk of death. People versus Williams. That's a case law. If this the case for HIV, then herpes should not be judged differently. Okay. B. The charges related to herpes exposure must be dismissed. The government has not disputed that herpes is not an acute bacterial venereal disease, such as syphilis or gonorrhea. The New York State Department of Health, NYSDOH, stated it is not aware of any instance of an individual being charged with a misdemeanor under PHL 2307. The NYSDOH further commented and explained. Notably, PHL 2307 was added in 1943 to prevent the spread of diseases such as syphilis and gonorrhea to members of the military during World War II. According to the legislative history, the law was amended in 1946 to apply where someone knowingly exposed another person to a venereal infection. Key word, knowingly. So the question is, did Faith expose Robert, or did Robert expose Faith? You would never know that. But I'm gonna say this: if Robert exposed Faith, that means everybody else got herpes, and because everybody else don't have herpes, how can they really? How can you blame him when nobody else have it? Things that make you go, Thus, to the extent that this section of law is enforceable, NYSDOH interprets it as inapplicable to individuals who have sexual intercourse where they either 1. do not know they are infected, or 2. do know they are infected and reveal that information to their consenting partners. Further, the department interprets the law as only applying to individuals who knowingly expose another individual to an acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea. No changes have been made to the regulations in response to these comments. See Exhibit A, PP 15 through 16. The NYSDOH has unequivocally stated that the department interprets the law as only applying to individuals who knowingly expose another individual to an acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea. It is indisputable that when it comes to the standard of review of a government agency's interpretation of the law it enforces, the courts give deference to the agency's statutory interpretation and agency's interpretation of the statutes it administers. Generally, should be upheld if not unreasonable or irritational. In this case, the government does not dispute that the NYSDOH's position is the department interprets the law as only applying to individuals who knowingly expose another individual to an acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea. Further, the government concedes Mr. Kelly's point by not disputing the NYSDOH's position on PHL 2307 and stated that the council's response to a public comment is not binding on this court. See ECF docket number 168, page 4. However, the government ignores the established precedent that courts have applied as the standard of review for the agency's statutory interpretation. Therefore, pursuant to the agency's interpretation, PHL 2307 only applies to an acute bacterial venereal disease such as syphilis or gonorrhea, and the allegations in the indictment relating to this law should be dismissed. Moreover, the government is wrong because the cases they cite are not persuasive, because the cases are clearly distinguishable from this case. The cases cited are civil cases where the burden of proof is different and do not address this issue directly. Despite the government citations of New York Supreme Court cases, the New York courts have not been presented with this issue, which makes this is a case of first impression. This is evidenced by the NYSDOH view of the law. In this case, the government has failed to allege anything other than herpes. There is no distinction between herpes HSV1 and genital herpes HSV2. If the court accepts this broad interpretation of the government's view of PHL 2307, then this would be as if the statute was amended. It would be nothing more than to exercise the power of judicial review to set aside government acts which would be unconstitutional, unduly prejudicial to Mr. Kelly, and it would violate his constitutional rights. If the PHL 2307 law is not dismissed, in this case, it will set the precedent that which could potentially lead to the government charging expected mothers who have become pregnant after knowing they have herpes HSV1 and have knowingly exposed their children to herpes for such exposure. Moreover, when that child turns 18, they could sue the mother for said exposure. Therefore, the court's holding that an agency's interpretation of the statutes it administers generally should be upheld if not unreasonable or irritational is for a reason. It would be completely unreasonable or irritational if herpes was written into PHL 2307, and when the concept of genital herpes did not exist when the statute was passed. C. Count 1 is barred by statute of limitations. The allegations contained in Count 1 Racketeering Act 1, Racketeering Act 3, Racketeering Act 5 should be dismissed because the alleged violations of law occurred outside the prescribed statutory period of time such claims could be made. Count 1 Racketeering Act 1 Robbery asserts the violation of Illinois Criminal Code sections 533-1A and 551. Let's stop right there. Count 1 Racketeering Act 1 Robbery asserts the violation of what? Illinois Criminal Code. I thought, hey, whoa, what's going on? Don't block nobody. But don't block nobody. But don't block nobody. Reinstate Cal's hairline. Let's not block people for their comments. Not today. Hey, Free Flavors. Only when they coming in being disrespectful, that's when you block them. Only when they being disrespectful. Cal's hairline is mad, and I understand. I understand that their lie has been exposed, and it's time for Robert to come home. Okay. Hey, we need to have a mod meeting after this too. We definitely need to have a mod meeting after this. Let me look. Oh man, I'm gonna be all day with this. Jesus Christ. Here comes another one. There she blows. Hold on, y'all. 2 motions just came out. 170. They ain't playing. They pushing this stuff out back to back. Woo! Fernella, you killing me. Man. Alright. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Alright. 2 more motions just came out. And Fernella hit us with another 8-page motion. I ain't gonna never get back to Madden today. Let's go. So, y'all see, it violates Illinois criminal code, not New York criminal code. And they still gotta prove that. Under the is a 3-year statute of limitation for the above mentioned section. The alleged act is to have occurred on August the 30th, 1994. Good God Almighty. The alleged act is to have occurred on August the 30th, 1994. The allegation in this complaint was made on or about March the 13th, 2021. This is clearly well beyond the 3-year statute of limitations. Therefore, count 1, racketeering act, should be dismissed. Additionally, the general federal statute of limitation for felonies stand for the proposition that the government can no longer file criminal charges for an offense once 5 years has passed. The federal statute of limitations is 18 U.S.C. 3282. This statute states, except as otherwise expressly provided by law, no person shall be prosecuted, tried, or punished for any offense not capital unless the indictment is found or the information is instituted within 5 years next after such offense shall have been committed. 18 U.S.C. 3282. Count 1, Racketeering Act 3. Count 1, Racketeering Act 1. Kidnapping asserts the violation of Illinois Criminal Code. I told y'all, Criminal Code sections 510 through 1 and 551. Under the Illinois Criminal Code section 72 ILCS 510 through 1, 720 ILCS 510 to 2, there is a 3-year statute of limitation for the above mentioned section. The alleged act is to have occurred on in or about and between 2003 and 2004. The allegation is this complaint was made on or about March the 13th, 2021. This is clearly well beyond the 3-year statute of limitations. Therefore, count 1, Racketeering Act 1, should be dismissed. Additionally, the general federal statute of limitations for felonies stand for the proposition that the government can no longer file criminal charges for an offense once 5 years has passed. The federal statute of limitations is 18 U.S.C. 3282. This statute states, except as otherwise expressly provided by law, no person shall be prosecuted, tried, or punished for any offense not capital unless the indictment is found or the information is instituted within 5 years next after such offense shall be committed. 18 U.S.C. 3282. Racketeering Act 2, Racketeering Act 7, and Racketeering Act should be dismissed. Count 1, Racketeering Act 2, Racketeering Act 7, Racketeering Act 10, which include the allegation that certain Jane Does engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing one or more visual depictions of such conduct. However, there is no evidence that visual depictions exist. Therefore, as a matter of law, and because it is impossible to find that Mr. Kelly of these allegations should be dismissed. I got a question. Right, Wellington, that closes Illinois. Now that explains why the head prosecutor in the Illinois case quit and the judge vacated everything. That explains it all. Oh man, I wish Larry was home. I will ask Larry, where's the tapes? Where's the tapes? Where's the tapes? Azriel. Where's all the tapes in the warehouse that Don Russell gave you the information to the warehouse at? Additionally, a victim's uncorroborated statements are not always admissible. The court have held further, although a victim's statements are genuinely admissible, not all statements by a victim are considered reliable hearsay. Unsworn statements of the victim are admissible if there is a requisite indicia of reliability and the statement is not equivocal, inconsistent with other evidence, or dubious in light of other information in the record. Conclusion. For the foregoing reasons, Mr. Kelly respectfully asks the court to grant his motion to dismiss it in its entirety. Whew. That's deep. Man. Whee. Thank you so much, Ms. Monica. Thank you so much, Ms. Monica. I got a question. Where's the tapes? Where's the tapes? Where's the tapes? No tapes available. Where's the tapes? Let's see. I'm going to knock them all out. I was going to come back and wait. Oh my God. It even gets better. Hold on. Hold on. I'm about to send this over. Send this over to the other computer. Man, they're gonna kill me today. Send 170 and 171 over. Okay. I'm going to kill it today. There is no brick for me. Madden can wait. There is no brick for me. We got time today. $170. $171. Okay, I read that. So let's go. If we gonna go there, we gonna go there. Let's go. This was going on. The Honorable Adam Donnelly, United States District Court, Eastern District of New York, 225 Caveman Plaza, East Brooklyn, New York. United States versus Robert Kelly, criminal docket number 19286, requesting an order to allow the defense to use a printer in the courtroom. What in the world? Dear Judge Donnelly, the defense writes to respectfully request that the defense be allowed to use a printer in the courtroom during the trial. The discovery and 3500 material in this case are voluminous. A printer is necessary for the defense to print specific pages of the material during direct and cross-examination. The printer will be kept in silent mode, and the defense submits that a printer will not be a distraction to the orderly process of the trial. Further, The printer will allow the defense to quickly assess the material so as not to delay the trial or requesting of a specific witness. The defense respectfully requests that the court so order this letter motion or issue an order so that the defense may enter the courthouse with the printer on August the 18th, 2021. They ain't playing. Uh-oh. They ain't playing. It's a problem. I'm glad to see that certain things... No, I'm going to leave it there. Never mind. Everything ain't for everybody. Y'all that's watching. Oh, look who shows up. Atmos, I've been waiting for you. I got a question, Atmos. Where's the videotapes? Where's the videotapes? There's no videotapes. As I said, the jurisdiction do not falls in New York. It falls in Chicago. And the federal government have proven that. So Atmos, y'all had these people upset, going in, mad. Oh no, you ain't just come on. Oh, they went and got you. Because I've been calling for you. Only thing I'm going to say, Atmos, there comes a time when you guys have to admit the fact that y'all are wrong. And the illusion of victory can be scary because that can be the truthful demise of your loss. So while you right there, Atmos, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I understand that a lot of y'all went over to OCO because y'all believed in the paperwork. But the buck stops here. Because this is it. Oh, see, here it goes. This is what I've been waiting for. What up, Atmos?
What it is?
Where's the videotape?
What? Which one?
Where? Oh, the federal government said there's no videotapes.
You just said where's the videotape?
Okay, where are any of them?
Bro, did you even go on, your partner, Debo, you ain't been on his channel lately?
I just read everything myself.
No, hold on. You didn't go to Debo's channel lately, like yesterday?
I was just there yesterday. Try it again.
Okay, you didn't see where the link was, where you got all the videotapes you need right there. Let alone what, bro, here's the thing y'all gotta realize.
What link?
All 300, there was a link on his channel that took you straight to some video depictions of your king with Rashana Landfield.
Stop! That's Lisa Van Allen and Damon Pryor. Do I gotta post that?
Come on, Damon, it's me you talking to.
Do I gotta post that? I'm live and you know that, right? I'm live and you know that. Do I gotta post that? Do I gotta keep busting y'all bubble?
Bro, listen. You and I and everybody know that is R. Kelly on that tape. And you
okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you some. Hold on. I got stuff to back up what I say now. I ain't just talking outside of my neck. You gotta look for different things, bro. You gotta look at the high cheekbones on Rashana. Look at the girl. Like, it's not this ain't we making this stuff up. Why did your girl Jen got on the stand herself and said trying to get this man. Yeah.
Atmos, remember, that was Lindsay, not Jen. That said that. Wait, wait. So what I'm going to do is, because I see how passionate you are, I'm going to show you the difference of Rashonda Landfair and Lisa Van Allen, okay? Only thing I'm going to say is this right here. Stay tuned to my community wall on DanaJay Presents. I'm going to do a 3-day, all-day uploading of everything, okay?
Okay. Now, another thing I want you to remember. Out of all, what is it, like 344, 399 different pieces of the discovery, they only released 144. Why the hell you think they ain't released all the rest of it, bro?
Watch this. This is where they messed up at. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Because if they have more, they should have released everything. Now it's too late to release anything else. And that came in their motion. Next.
Well, hold up now. The defense ain't released everything they had either.
The defense can't... Listen. The y'all. I'm going to start doing y'all the way y'all try to do us. Y'all. The losing side said... oh, we released all of our stuff.
Dana, you just said the losing side. That really just came out your mouth.
You're right. The losing side, y'all.
Now, you should be accustomed to losing. Look at your Madden record against me. So if you gonna tell
Look at my Madden record. Oh, we talked about that, but this ain't Madden, homie. This R. Kelly. And I approve this message.
I got you.
If you want to look at losing records, let's look at everybody on that side losing record against me. That's why y'all didn't want Larry to go to jail, because can't none of y'all deal with me, and ain't none of y'all competent enough to run with me in this paperwork.
Dana, I defeat you every single time I step on the scene, and you know that.
Atmos.
Let's talk about this. Hold on, let's talk about this. Here's the question.
Wait. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna address that accusation that you just made. Every time you step on the scene, you do what?
Defeat you.
Atmos, you can't carry my jock strap in the middle of a homeless bay. You know that. The only claim of fame you got on me is 3 baby wins on Madden, and you've been running ever since.
Okay, let's get back to some logical stuff. Because there's a point in time where I know that, not saying you, not saying Debo, but your other, I'm not going to say your other side, because that's a whole nother side.
Wait, Atmos, I broke that down earlier. The Dream Team and the Enterprise, we do not deal with clandestines.
Okay, I got you. So here's my question. Let's go back to when R. Kelly was telling those parents and everybody to give him all of the freaking videotapes, right? That was out there. And then he made them take lie detector tests to prove that he had all the tapes. Why would you need to have parents give you a lie detector test over something that you say is not real?
Oh, I love this. So let me help you with your story, okay?
You can help me with facts.
Listen, but I'm going to help you with facts. R. Kelly ain't make nobody take nothing. Susan Logan's made everybody take everything.
Okay,
so before you come talking that, no, Susan Loggins was working with Daryl McDavid. R. Kelly ain't know nothing about that.
Bro. Okay, let's say Susan. Okay, that's fine. You actually you digging yourself deeper in what you just.
Now watch this. Watch this. Are we going by the paperwork, or are we going by hearsay? Checkmate. Listen to what?
Here's the point. Are you saying, okay, so you just actually confirmed.
I confirmed what?
You just confirmed, so what you say is hearsay or whatever, you just confirmed out of your mouth that Susan Loggins was actually over making those parents get lie detector tests. That's not true.
Wait, that's Susan Loggins. Susan Loggins is against R. Kelly. She's with y'all on the losing side.
Bro.
the one that helped people get millions and thousands of dollars, and without R. Kelly consent or knowledge.
So what you're saying is that Susan Loggins and Daryl McDavid worked together with no evidence that they could ever prove against R. Kelly, and just started giving them girls his money.
Everything.
No evidence, no proof, no nothing tied to anything that he was accused of doing.
Watch this. Everything was hearsay.
No, yes and no.
No. Oh, you can't tell me how to answer a question.
No, bro, listen. I asked you a question. I answered your questions.
As a matter of fact, I'm answering your questions, and you stumbling. So now I'm about to put egg on your face, and I'm gonna tell you.
No, you didn't answer my question.
I'm about to answer your question if you just hush and listen. It'll be okay. Susan Loggins have been working with Daryl McDavid against R. Kelly for the longest. That's one of the reasons why R. Kelly fired Daryl McDavid. So, with what you're trying to say is baseless. So now I'm gonna ask you some questions.
Hold on, stop. So what you're trying to say?
I just answered you. Go ahead.
No. So what you're saying is that R. Kelly was so incompetent that he hired a manager that was stealing millions of dollars from him, and he ain't know nothing about nothing.
How many times have you heard and Geronda Pace say it? How many times have you heard me say it? And how many times have you heard everybody else say it? Come on, man. You can't trip me up on y'all bullshit.
So you saying R. Kelly didn't watch the news? He didn't see the reports out there of him settling cases with these women?
Yo.
And he wasn't raised?
What part don't you understand? When it came to Rob wanted to fight it. Daryl McDavid said, no, just settle that. We don't need none of that. The record label even corroborated with Daryl. You know what? Let's just get this out the way. Let's just go ahead and settle this. Matter of fact, let's not fight it. So I got a question.
Every single time?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
And because I answered all your questions. And you should have known it was a setup coming.
You sort of answered all of it. You sort of did.
No, I've answered everything. I'm not ducking right.
You did it in your own DanaJay way, but go ahead.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
You're a parent, right?
I am.
You're a great father, right?
I am.
If your daughter tried to commit suicide, right?
Okay.
And you wanted to ease her pain on a 3-day concert where Trey Songz is headline number 1, Chris Brown is headline number 2, R. Kelly is headline number 3. Would you take your daughter to go see R. Kelly, Chris Brown, or Trey Songz?
First of all, it was a show full of more than just 3 artists, number 1.
No. I'ma do you the way you just did me. And I walked through the fire. Listen. The headliners for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday was Trey Songz Friday, Chris Brown Saturday, R. Kelly Sunday. I get it. It was a lot of artists there.
Okay.
But answer the question.
Hold up. So yes, there was a lot of artists there. I would have took her there for another artist, but probably not those 3, but I still would let her go to the concert.
Alright, watch this. I'm glad you said that. Because now I gotta question your parenting.
Okay, go ahead.
If your daughter tried to take her life, and you walked in and seen her face down in some water with some pills, you taking your daughter to a concert?
Listen, bro. See that? Now the question you just asked, that's a very loaded question.
It's not a loaded question.
Listen. There was some things that happened after that. She had to get. There was a recommendation from the doctor that said, listen, try to put her in situations that keep her mind to where she's happy and things she likes to do. Keep her away from things that depress her and keep her down. So if music is something that excites her and keeps her having hope and wanting to live another day, then I'm going to surround her with that.
Now, but now watch this. If there was a doctor involved, I can say I agree. But there was no doctor that gave no type of advice like that.
Psychiatrist, doctor, mental health specialist.
This is democracy now.
Bro, listen. Angelo said himself that, but that wasn't true.
Okay. So what
Settle
you're saying
with R. Kelly in return for science.
So wait, I'm gonna let you hear. So,
go ahead.
I'm gonna let you hear something, right?
That in court for whatever reason, for statute of limitations.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you hear
what
something.
you understand took place.
Yes, I can. I think the situation with Azriel was more of a personal situation that the world don't really know about. There was a lot going on with Azriel prior to meeting R. Kelly, and that's what led up to her being able to go to the show with us, and had to be at the show with us for her to even attend the show. Moving right in, she never moved right in. We had a open conversation with R. Kelly after the event that took place, and he gave her his phone number, and they started talking, I think on a Sunday, to each other. And on that Sunday, we had no idea that they was texting and already starting a relationship. That Monday.
Let's take that bite right there. R. Kelly gave her his number. There's a lot of open holes. How can R. Kelly give Azriel his number with Angelo and Alice right there? And then they started an open relationship and they didn't know. There's a lot of open holes.
Okay, there's probably a lot of open holes, but if you weren't there and I wasn't there, we can't fill those holes in.
Wait.
So you would be sure me to answer that question like that based on what you just played and based on how you're trying to spin this narrative.
No, it won't. I'm not spinning nothing. I'm giving it the way Angelo gave it. And the problem is, y'all been running with stuff for a long time. Now, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know why a lot of y'all is over on Oak Cove. And trust me, and I've said it, if I wasn't grounded, I would have probably been over there with Oak Cove too, and because of the stuff over here. But the reason why y'all over at Oak Cove is not because y'all believe he's guilty. Y'all over there for other reasons. And I'm gonna put y'all on y'all tail with this one.
Bro, listen. He guilty as hell, and you know it.
Okay.
At the end of the day, hold on.
How?
At the end of the day, bro, listen. Tomorrow's it, bro. Tomorrow starts it all. We can debate and go back and forth all day long. But tomorrow, guess what? You know what? He gonna have his day in court, man. I'm gonna say that. He gonna have his day in court, and everything gonna come out, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. People gonna pay. Go ahead.
Atmos.
Yo.
You sound like you kind of scared now, bro. You alright?
Scared?
You sound like you having a little breakdown on the phone. Do I gotta come out there? Do I gotta come out there and we gotta go get some chicken wings or something? You okay?
You got a lot of people on the dream team that I love dearly. So I'm not trying to offend anybody.
It's not offending.
Listen.
Everybody know your stance. So it's not offending.
Okay, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, no matter what my stance is or yours, the facts gonna come out, bro. So if it turns out that there's evidence brought out, that things have been said against him that's not true, and it comes out, guess what? It's gonna be what it's gonna be.
But wait. If that's the case, will you come public and give a public apology to R. Kelly on my platform?
Of course I will.
Okay. Facts.
Of course, because I'm a man of integrity. Of course I would.
Now,
but based on what I've seen, based on what I've heard, based on what I've learned, I don't think it's gonna be the outcome that y'all looking for. That's just my opinion. And
based on what I've read, and I see the backtrack of the federal government, and and based on what I know and what I'm going to put on my community page starting tonight.
Yes, sir.
The outcome that we looking for is there.
Sir.
It's there. Because first of all, watch this. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think trial going to start tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you why. You cannot try somebody in a jurisdiction where the crime didn't happen. New York don't have subject matter jurisdiction.
Well, there were certain things within that crime, certain witnesses where it did happen in New York.
Listen, those are the only charges, and that's the charge of faith. Nothing else. And the federal government proved that in their response.
Okay.
When they pulled up not New York code, they said it happened in Chicago, Illinois code. That's subject matter jurisdiction.
Listen, bro. Tomorrow,
Robert Keller is licking his chops. You know what? I've been waiting for this, and I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna tell you.
Robert Keller's a beast, bro. Keller's a beast.
Listen, Atmos. Before you even came on, and before you even came on YouTube, me and Robert Keller been warned. Me and Robert Keller, we done went at each other for like 2 years on different platforms. We both got respect for each other. I know how he get down. He know how I get down. It's nothing but real love. It's real man stuff right there, bro. But I'm gonna tell you this. Robert Keller know there's no quitting me, and I know there's no quitting him. However, you are not going to sit here and say, based on what I saw, it's not going to turn out the way y'all want. Well, if that's the case, the federal government wouldn't backtrack their stuff. And I know Robert Keller hates Robert. So I understand his position. But this is what I'm going to say.
I don't hate R. Kelly at all. I never said I hated him.
I know you love R. Kelly. I know that. And I'm not going to put it out there.
Man, get out of here, man. You always trying to make something. Hey, get out of here, bro.
But I'm not going to put it out there. But I'm going to say this much.
Please.
But I'm going to say this much.
Everybody knows how you should sing R. Kelly music. Everybody know that. But like I said, I just personally, once you get to know some of these victims, bro, you talk to them and you understand them, it's a whole different. It's a different level, bro. It's a different thing.
Right.
It's no longer what you feel. It's about what you're learning. You know what I'm saying? It's about doing research and seeing if people's stories is matching up in times and all that kind of stuff. Like, right. It's really some people that really got hurt behind that dude, bro. And
No. It's really some people who hurt that dude.
Okay.
Let's go there. I've never seen the federal government backtrack.
I agree with you too. I agree. He had some people stab him in the back. I agree with you on that. I don't doubt that. But what I'm saying is, everything will come out in court, bro. Everything. No matter what we say. Go ahead.
Check this out. When R. Kelly walks free, right? Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you, you will be probably one of the only 4 that I will allow over to the Dream Team. Everybody else won't have a place to go. Okay.
Nikki M, be nice. Be nice, Nikki M.
I'm just going to keep it a buck. Because y'all tried to crucify my man last night.
Bro, we didn't crucify him.
Man, y'all tried to crucify, and you know that.
Hey, I'm going to watch it, Chris Terry. I'm going to rewatch it. But look, bro, I'm at work. But look, I just want to chime in here. I heard you set the dogs out.
I called you out, and you went, you know what? I called you out, right? And this is what you did. That's not like you.
Bro, I'm at work. I'm working right now. I just took a little break.
See the devil be.
Yeah.
See the devil won't act stupid. But he got
You silly, bro. Hey, let me get to work, man. Hey, I'm gonna hit you back though. Dream Team, y'all know I got love for y'all. Look, hey, bro, this is what I'm gonna do right now, man. Just because I'm a fair dude. Dream Team, I'll apologize
premise, check this out. I'm going to apologize for all the hurt accusers that tried to get a bag off of R. Kelly, and now they running scared, okay? I apologize for that.
I hear you, bro.
All right.
All right, holla at y'all later.
All right. Facts on facts. Like I say, I stand on everything I say. Everything. Ty, there's always room at the cross. I nail your tail to it too. You know I don't care. When can I get a real debate? Oh, look, here we go. And here we go. What up, Robert Keller? Don't cuss, don't cuss.
Oh man, no man. I'm gonna have to just pay you for your
No. Oh, you know what?
I mean,
wait. No. Because I'm having a good live. No. Robert, I'm gonna call you when I go to my cussing page and we gonna cuss it out, alright? But let's do it that way.
Man.
Alright?
I just wanna know this though.
Don't cuss!
Listen, I just wanna know this. I mean, it's profane. This stuff is profane, man. So I'm happy.
No.
Alright, listen. I wanna know this. Do he got herpes? Is it safe to say that he got herpes?
I don't know. Is it safe to say that all your accusers got herpes?
Yes, they got herpes.
Lies. Is it safe to say that Faith Rogers got herpes from her ex-boyfriend and not Robert?
Well, according to Faith, she went to the doctor faithfully.
Well, according to Summer,
because she was on, listen. Because she was on birth control and she was going to to the doctor every 3 months. No bumps, bump free. And then when she left R. Kelly, all of a sudden she got herpes.
Well.
Wait a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Also, they have his medical records, and they said that he had herpes, to their knowledge, since 2003, based on his medical records.
That's a HIPAA law, so they can't.
It's in paperwork, bro. It's in paperwork.
That's a HIPAA law, so they can't even disclose that.
There's no HIPAA law when it comes to a court subpoena.
That's a lie.
If you have a court subpoena, they getting all that. That's not a lie. They have the records.
So wait. Let's go there.
Walgreens.
Wait. Let's go there. Since you want to go there, I'm gonna take you all the way through there.
Cold sores or something.
How about this?
What you're gonna do is put yourself in the corner.
I will never put myself in the corner. And matter of fact, and you already know.
I'll tell you what's gonna happen before it happens, but go ahead.
And you already know. There is no corner when it comes to me, because technically, can't none of y'all debate me. So, you the closest thing to Larry. Wait. You the closest thing to Larry that can debate me, right? So, let's say this. Okay, y'all want to say Kel's got bumps and Kel's got herpes, this and this. But the way Summer depicted it, Faith had herpes and contracted it from her ex-boyfriend and not from Robert. And everybody that came against Robert is lying. And that came from Faith herself. Oh, no. Why would you overtalk me? Don't try to. Come on, Robert. You know better.
All right, you're right.
You know better.
You're right. That's what you done. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, her best friend, the one that her mama dressed and sent them out to sleep with celebrities to get publicity. Are you serious? She gave a depiction and she's testifying for the defense team. Uh-oh. Let's start there.
All right, so that has never been her stance. She always maintained that she didn't have herpes pre-R. Kelly based on her medical records because she was going
So wait.
According to,
Go ahead.
According to the discovery, they have his prescriptions from Walgreens and Discover right now. According to the motions, they have received his medical records confirming that he had herpes since 2003.
Watch this.
And that's in the paperwork.
Watch this.
Well, you telling me stuff that's not in the paperwork.
Wait. Watch this. What's the herpes medicine that they talked about? Because there's only two.
I don't know.
And penicillin is not one.
I have no idea what it is.
Okay, what you're talking about, Robert.
All I know is, all I know is they have his Walgreens records. That's all I know.
And I'm about to break that down to you.
I have no idea which one it is. It probably come out in court. But you listen to what I'm saying. The point I'm making is they have his medical records that confirms that he had herpes since 2003.
Watch this, and I'm gonna tell you how that's a lie.
Years before he met Faith, years before he met Azriel, years before he met Geronda, years before he met Joy, and whoever else he gave herpes to.
Watch this.
It's just a whole slew of people that he gave herpes to in emotional liberty.
Watch this. So you mean to tell me that herpes play hopscotch with people? So
well, according to the herpes, it's only contagious when you have
outbreak.
Breakouts, or whatever they call it.
Outbreak.
When you ever have, so it's possible that he didn't have any breakouts at the time to spread it to people.
Robert,
because Lisa Van Allen said she didn't have it.
Listen.
So yes, it's possible.
Listen.
It's possible.
Listen, Lisa don't have herpes, right?
Okay.
Wait, listen. Lisa Van Allen don't have herpes, right? So watch this.
Not going to her.
So watch this. So you mean to tell me Faith got herpes, Joy don't, Az don't.
Joy got herpes. She's the first one.
Joy don't have herpes.
We found out. Joy was the very.
Joy don't have herpes.
Okay, let me finish my sentence so you.
But you cut me off though.
Refresh your memory.
But you cut me off.
Let me interject. Let me interject if I can.
Okay.
Joy was the very first person that we found out that had herpes from her parents because they got her medical records. So you mean to tell me that?
Let me interject. Prime example of what this case is going to be about is hearsay. First of all, how can the parents, now listen, how can the parents say their daughter got herpes when they came on public broadcast and said, look, my daughter got herpes and all this and this and this and this, but then turned around and said, oh, that's what I heard from Ashanti McGee. They never knew if she got anything because that's bullcrap, bro. And I'm not gonna let you get away with that. But I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Okay, they never said anything remotely close to what you said.
Lies.
Said that.
Go look at when they was at New Birth with Jamal Bryant. It'll tell it all. Because Jamal said, have you even talked to your daughter? And they said, no. And we haven't talked or seen anything. And Jamal said, so what about her medical updates? And they said, we can't tell you nothing. We don't know.
Again, that's not. None of that was remotely true to what you just said.
Go look it up on YouTube, Robert. I've never known you to stutter like this. Come on, bro. Make this. Oh, you all made me cuss. Make this interesting.
Listen. Okay, so if I pull this up on YouTube right now,
go look at it
and show. Okay, listen. If I show you this on YouTube right now, give you the link to show to your people exactly what they said, and it's contrary to what you said, will you close your page down?
Of course.
I was just being funny, man.
Of course, Robert.
I was just being funny.
Hey, ho. Look, Robert.
And you know,
Robert.
I will play it.
Robert, you know how me and you go. This ain't nothing new between us, brother.
Let's go back. If you want to go back to how me and you go, you don't want to go back to how me and you go.
Let's take it that pages were shut down, everything.
I have ran you out of platforms before.
You have never ran me out of a platform. Come on, Robert, you brought me into your live chat, and it was 9 million against me, and I stood my ground. Then I said, you know what? I'm not winning this.
You deleted your post, and you got out of there.
Yo, it was 9 million y'all against me, and I'm standing my ground.
You trying to make me cuss, bro? You trying to make me cuss?
Look, like I said, and Joy never said that she had herpes, bro. Azriel don't have herpes.
Joy did a phone call that she said she's kind of scared when her parents find out that she got herpes.
You
talking to a friend.
And you can't believe everything that's doctored, brother.
That's what Joy said out her mouth.
But I'm gonna go ahead. And I'm gonna say this.
That she said she's nervous when her parents find out that she may have herpes.
Listen.
Wait, did that not happen? Did that not happen?
I didn't see that.
Now you stuttering.
No, I just got finished drinking some tea and it went down the wrong windpipe, nigga. I ain't choking for you.
Give ass.
But like I said, I never heard that. If you can send me that link, I will listen to it. Trust me, I'm open-minded about anything and everything. At the end of the day, I'm gonna break something down to you. 2003. You said his medical records showed that he had herpes. Well, 2003 is when he had his throat operated on. That's why I asked you that question, because penicillin is not a herpes treatment medicine.
I don't know what medication, like I said before, I don't know what medication he took. All I know is they have his Walgreens records. And according to...
And that's for the penicillin. That's for the penicillin.
It don't say. It just say Walgreens.
Right.
And it don't even say the year. It don't even say the year for the Walgreens records.
But I'm telling you,
it does say in the motions or the paperwork that he had herpes according to medical records that he had herpes since 2003.
Well, I'm gonna go here. Everybody had herpes simplex 1.
I don't got herpes.
Yes, you do.
Got herpes.
And you was born with it.
I get tested. I got tested, bro.
Yo, don't you get cold sores on the side of your mouth?
I'm bump free. Oh no, I'm bump free. I don't have no bumps.
Yo, herpes simplex 1 is in the DNA of every human being.
I don't have that. No complexes. You got bumps.
Nigga, everybody get cold sores, bro.
I never had cold sore in my life.
Oh my God. Everybody get a cold sore, bro.
Bro, again, I never had a cold sore ever in my life. Ever.
Okay.
That's why I
so speak for yourself.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
But look, when I go to my talking trash page, I'm gonna call you, cause me and you gonna battle over there, bro.
Man, trial start tomorrow, man. Trial start tomorrow. You don't want to call me when trial starts.
Look,
I'm gonna be the last person you want to talk to when this trial starts.
Robert,
I'm gonna act the donkey.
And so am I.
Donkey.
And so am I. Robert, I'm 3 hours in. Let me go ahead and end this. Yo, man, you gonna talk about this on my battle page.
Exactly.
Alright. I'm telling you. That's how it should be. Everybody gonna act a fool. But look, y'all. I thank y'all for coming over.
Come and get in the water!
I thank y'all for coming over. But that's what I'm going to say to all Oko people when they have egg on their face.
Come and get in the water! Come and get in the water!
Yo, everybody have a cold sore. Everybody have had one. And if you haven't, keep living. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't, keep living. Because trust me, I've had 2 cold sores when it got cold. And
That means you have the screen for it.
And I'm licking my lip like this, and I bit my lip, and it turned to a sore. Man, look, I'm telling you.
That don't mean you have herpes.
I didn't say I had.
It's
I'm live though, because you about to go in. A cold sore is herpes simplex 1.
Yes, but I said it's 70% of the population has that string of line that have cold sores, and that instead of like herpes, it's all type of phase of herpes.
So 70% of the people have herpes.
The cold sores.
The cold sores. Okay.
That's the cold sores, but it's different. It's different strings of herpes. You can get herpes for having sex. That's when you get them little sores on your poo-poo.
So you get genital herpes.
Yes.
What else?
Cold sores is herpes.
Cold sores is herpes simplex 1.
It's another one, but shit, I have to look it up. But yeah, it's all types of herpes. It's like 1, 2, 3, something like that.
So
and
what?
You fucking YouTube, Google that shit. I'm sorry, you YouTube Google it. I'm sorry.
And you would start cussing. And I just said no cuss. You know what? Women. It's like nah. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Come and get in the water!
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Right, Christine. Oh, Christine said, "Don't throw the phone again." Oh my god! Oh my god! Woo, shoot! Oh my god! Oh my god! But look, somebody called me.
Okay, they got that. Okay, it's different ones. This one is the oil. You can get it from having sucking people penis and stuff. And
Oral sex herpes.
Transmitted herpes.
Transmitted herpes.
And then they got human alphabet herpes. So
Human alphabetical order herpes.
Shut the fuck. And it's humans virus part. So these are ones.
Okay, let's see. Okay, you got HSV2 oral transmission rates. You got HSV2 transmission female to male. Female to male. Human alpha herpes virus 1. Human herpes virus 2. How far away is a cure for herpes? What? I'm looking. But when you Google it, it say female to male. It don't say male to female.
Y'all the dogs in the world.
We the dog. Look, this is where I go ahead and end my live.
Y'all the one gave us to y'all nasty.
Oh my God. Look, tomorrow is the battle of the sexes. That I will be releasing the topic for the battle of the sexes tomorrow evening. I don't know. You can get herpes on your feet. Ew. I'm glad I never had herpes.
On your fingers.
I never had an STD.
Anus.
I never had an STD. I don't play those games.
You just said you got herpes on lip.
I mean, it's cold sore. But it's herpes simplex 1. Everybody got that.
No, everybody don't. Because I never had a cold sore on my lip before. So I don't know what you're talking about.
And you know what? And Ms. Visby, that's what I don't know. Is there a difference between a normal cold sore and herpes cold sore? But I always thought a cold sore was herpes simplex 1.
It's an infection. But it can.
That's what I always thought. Yes, I am going. Yep. I'll be in New York. But look, I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good day. DanaJay is up out of here, y'all. I thank y'all for joining me. Love every last one of y'all. Let's keep these numbers up. Let's keep doing what we do. Let's keep robbing prayer. And remember, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. Until next time, DanaJay up out. And remember, elephants don't swat flies.
What the?
So, hey, I'm gone.
Say it later, what you gonna do now? Hope you're ready, cause I'm really about to put it down. Girl, you know that I will never disrespect you. We love tomorrow, but tonight I wanna spank you. That ass down, gotta make it last now. Spread out so, then I'ma beat it up.
Listen, I don't want to sing this song. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna talk through this. But I'm gonna talk on notes. But what I'm gonna be saying is the realest. Listen. First, I pop open a can of Red Bull. Then I mix it with some beer and pour it all over you. Once I get your body tweaking, girl, drop to my knees and then I'll proceed on this mission to drive you out. Pick out all the candles on the hot towel. I can feel you scratching my back while I'm on top. And girl, said you know sex is good when you're making those faces. You know sex is good when you're doing oh baby. And you know the sex is good when your body's having fits. Those girls screaming out, son of a bitch. Said you know the sex is good when we're coming for the fourth time. Know the sex is good when you can't get it off your mind. And you know the sex is good when you tell your best friend. The room was steaming, I was screaming, son of a bitch. Now 2 hours later, we're still going at it. Girl from the basement all the way into the attic. Tease you up until you tell me, girl, I wanna grab it. And that's when I'm gonna put you over, girl, and let you have it. Said you know the sex is good. Said you know the sex is good. Said you know the sex is good when you're going out, baby. And you know the sex is good when your body's having fun. Those girls are screaming out, son of a bitch. Said you know the sex is good when you're coming for the fourth day. The sex is good when you can't get it off your mind. You know the sex is good when you tell your best friend. The room was steaming, I was screaming, son of a